Let's watch Flat Out Truth as he spouts flat out lies about the solar eclipse.
NASA and science tell us that an eclipse occurs when the moon gets between the Earth and the Sun, which is true. Now let's give NASA the benefit of the doubt and test their theory really quick.
Spoiler alert, the test is about the quality you would expect from a flat earther.
The Sun is supposed to be 400 times the size of the moon. Okay, so here I have a flashlight representing my sun source and a penny representing the moon. And let's get our penny a lot closer to the camera. Okay, where it's about the same size as the flashlight in perspective. Okay, now that doesn't look right. You can't see the corona, and it just doesn't eclipse. You can still see it light all around. It's not a total blackout.
I genuinely don't know how I managed to miss this, but the reason why the penny isn't completely blocking the light from the flashlight is because the light is reflecting off the table. Because the table is very reflective, it's able to make a similar glare effect to the one seen when the flashlight isn't obscured. Here, I made a better version of this experiment. The penny here is obviously smaller than the light bulb, but it is closer to compensate for that. By passing it in front of the light bulb, we can properly replicate the corona you're referring to. The fact that you didn't understand the problems with your experiment is both astonishing and shameful.
Okay, now I have a side light on the side of this flashlight that just so happens to be the exact same size and diameter as the penny, which is perfect for our next test because the sun and the moon are the same size on a flat earth. Now let's try our eclipse with the moon right underneath the sun. And wow, there's the corona.
And there's my cue to point out the flaws of this experiment. Firstly, as we have established, the parameters of this experiment were unfair. The main factor towards the flat earth analog looking different from the globe one was the table underneath, which was completely ignored. Secondly, and much more importantly, this is not relevant to the problems that globe defenders have with the flat earth concept of a solar eclipse. The model of an identically sized moon and sun has been debunked. We know that the moon is in fact much smaller than the sun for several reasons, but one that you can observe for yourself next October is a phenomenon called the annular eclipse. Essentially, when the moon is farther away from the Earth in its elliptical orbit, the moon's angular size becomes smaller than that of the sun, preventing it from completely covering up the sun during an eclipse. This is perfectly explained with heliocentrism, but not on a flat Earth. Flat Earthers, despite presenting themselves as unbiased truth warriors, conveniently never address this refutation. I wonder why. See you next time.